What the hell happened? Someone was wondering that too. What the hell happened with this? I mean, seriously, how do you F up Peter Pan that bad? Me and Mark saw Pan last night. I meant to do this last night, but something came up. I wasn't able to do the review last night, per se. So the captions of me making a face like, what the hell happened, except, from last night. Still, though, what happened? Me and Mark, literally after we got out of the movie, me and Mark we're just reading some of the most recent reviews for the movie. Or current reviews for the movie. Oh, careful there, puppy. And, we kept looking, and none of them are very good. But Mark basically just kept saying, I want to see someone just kind of say, what is this movie's a piece of shit, and oh my god, this movie's a piece of shit! Holy crap! I've been praising how good the trailers look. The trailers look fantastic. They really did. The finished product? Joe Wright. What the hell, man? The director is Joe Wright. He did things like Anna Karina and Hannah. I liked Hannah. I didn't see Anna Karina, but I liked Hannah. How'd you F this up, man? You had talent like Hugh Jackman and Rooney Mara on here. Even Garrett Hedlund. Levy Mueller. Who's played Smee? Hold on. Who played Smee? Smee. Where are you, Smee? Smee. Adine Guitar. You had talent like this. You had an estimated $150 million budget. How did you F this up? Oh. So the movie. It's the retelling of Peter Pan's origins. It's like basically the precursor to the original Peter Pan, more or less. How it happened, how Hook and him got to know each other. Tiger Lily and all that. So, yeah. Right there, it's just like, okay, it could kind of be interesting to see the origins of Peter Pan, but, hey, stop it. Stop gnawing on me. You gotta tell it in a way that makes sense, and it's a bit coherent and cohesive. This movie didn't do that. This movie starts off with Amanda Seyfried playing Peter's mom, who we see a grand total of maybe 5 minutes in the film, dropping him off, and it's like, oh, I will explain this, I gotta hide you, and then so far, dropped off an orphanage, which immediately, me and Mark was like, yeah, good timing, because if this had been any other scenario where the door hadn't automatically opened up, it would have been 1 hour later, dead baby Peter. End of the movie. So it goes into that, and then we see him, like, as a kid, and here's a big problem right now. They rush through the first 10 minutes of him being, like, this little rambunctious rapscallion with his friend's steps. It was just one person playing the mermaids. Sorry. Me and Mark commented on the mermaids that show up in the movie. Yeah, but, and we see these nuns who are seriously some of the most cartoony evil nuns I have ever seen. Peter, well, you'll get back to work. We've signed the phones in case of missing children. She's all going to all the food. And it turns out they're literally selling, I got a tuft of hair back there. That's a little better. They're selling these orphans to pirates for labor. Because they're showing the food stores, the records, they find a hidden place. Which, by the way, they go finding the hidden place during the middle of a fucking air raid. Where bombs are dropping everywhere. It's like, yeah, it's worth trying to disprove this horrible prove this horrible nun is doing evil crap. In case you die. It's all worth it. She's hiding the bacon, hiding the sweets. It's all good. So that happens. They get punished. Then they get kidnapped. I'm like, okay. And I give them credit. They at least addressed some of the things me and Mark were thinking during some of this. Like, in one scene, Blackbeard just like, the key, Peter, you've had it all your life. You've had it all your life, Peter. The key. What? I don't know what me and Mark are just like, you dumbass little kid. But another thing, where the flying pirate ship is coming to kidnap the kids, and then are being attacked in World War II by pilots. It's like, Mom, there's no other way to put it. It's a giant flying pirate ship. And so we see this air battle, which is a nice looking effect. It's a nice looking scene in action. But then they push the button, they go all the way into space. This is where the 3D shots came in, folks, by the way. This movie's in 3D, too. Well, we didn't see the 3D shot, but we didn't see it in 3D, but it came in 3D. We see Peter floating there. There's a chicken randomly floating there. Shits out an egg. It had to blaze an egg, but it shits out an egg. Just flies out the screen. Peter's hanging on a rope in space because magics. We see Saturn's like, oh, there's Saturn. And then he bumps into Saturn and grabs Saturn. Like, no, that's not how that flippin' works. I don't care how magic goes in this realm. Then we go into Canada. Then we go to Neverland, which she uses for Canada, because some kids got taken to there. They thought they were adopted. They got taken there to Canada, and she's like, "Is this Canada?" And then we see sea bubbles floating in the sky with crocodiles and fish and stuff like that. And me and Mark is like, "How does an ecosystem like that work? It doesn't work right. Flying fish are going in and out. It still doesn't work properly." I'm not going to go play by play for this, but still. And then we get introduced to Hook, Blackbeard. But then me and Mark are just like, wait, what are they chanting? And then we're turning to the air saying, and the lights out, imitator, here we are now, imitators. We and Mark just started cracking the they're doing spirits. And then later when they're punishing them, including Peter for supposedly stealing fairy dust, which is the crystal, which is more. I'll get into a whole bunch of that in a little bit, but it's just like, okay, hey ho, let's go. Hey ho, let's go. The Blitzkrieg Bop. Oh my god! It's so horribly awesome in those few moments though, because those are fun songs and stuff like that. But still, oh my god! Before I get into anything else, I gotta talk about our main four actors: Tiger Lily, played by Rooney Mara; Blackbeard, played by Hugh Jackman; Hook, played by Garrett Hedlund, and Peter, played by Levi Miller. Our adult actors are the best fucking parts of this movie, folks. Hugh Jackman and Garrett Hedlund own the screen when they're on it. Hugh Jackman is just camping this up something wonderful. Excuse me. Think a happy thought. And now, I rolled so simple I could write him in a picture, so I did. Just at one point, we see him because he's apparently using pixie dust that they're trying to mine from these mines to keep young. Because you see him like as an old man. We see him with his mask and just knock knock. I told you not to listen to while I'm in my rejuvenation. Yes. Hugh Jackman is great in this. He's a fucking riot. Garrett Hedlund as Hook is probably the second best character in this movie. This movie should have been about Hook. This movie should have been about Hook because he is a far more likable, interesting character. He's what's the best way to put it? He's kind of like Harris. He's kind of like a Nathan Drake, Indiana Jones character, doing a bit of a Heath Ledger Joker impression. It's pretty flippin' amazing. The name's Hook. Happy? So you lied to me. Yes, I do that quite often. It's called being an adult. You know, what do you do? Well, I thought I was flirting. Apparently, not doing it very well. Oh man. It's just got some fun. He's fun. He really is. He's kind of cool, kind of not adorable. He's kind of chuckle-worthy. Rooney Mara even came out saying that the whitewashing they did for the character of Tiger Lily was unfortunate, and she wasn't very happy with it, but she agreed with what they were doing. And for what, she's fine. Granted, there's a lot of plot points I'm going to bring up in a little bit that are dealing with that are a problem. But anywho, and you know, those are some of the positives. I'm going to continue on with a couple positive. There are a couple scenes that are good character development between characters. Like there's a good scene with Blackbeard and Peter. That's pretty good. Where he's, you know, you see in the trailer where he's questioning him about the ability to fly and is he here to kill him and all that stuff. There's a good scene with him and Hook in the tent talking about, you know, Hook, you know, lying about, you know, not knowing his mother and stuff like that. There's a couple really good scenes in this movie of acting. And hold on just one second. I'm just going to let my dog out. You want to go back out, baby? Come on. Want to go back out? And more than like, hold on. Well, make sure she's not going to scratch at the door. No, I think she's going to scratch at the door. Okay, come on, come back in. Because I'm busy doing a video now. I'm going to let you back out with me in just a second. But then when I am done with my video. Domino, and some of the visual effects are actually pretty decent. Mostly on the landscape. The landscape is really good. It's very well done, actually. The whole island looks really cool. The visuals on the forest they're in is really good. The whole Pixie Kingdom looks like a giant quartz cavern. It's actually, or fairies, I should say. Hey, off the table, come on. Yeah, I mean, seriously, dog, come on. Okay. So, yeah, visually, like landscape-wise, the effects actually look pretty good. There's some okay action, and I like the effects they did on the crocodiles. Those are pretty good. And the mermaids were all played by Cara Delevingne. She's playing Enchantress in the Suicide Squad, and she was just in that Paper Towns movie. But pay no attention to the dog tail on the other side of the screen. But that's it. That is it for the positives. The rest of this movie is a cluster of where did freaking Joe Wright go wrong? Seriously. He had no idea what the tone of this movie was supposed to be. Was it supposed to be humorous? Was it supposed to be funny? Was it supposed to be dark? We see natives getting wasted, and apparently them dying is a puff of smoke. Is a puff of painted smoke. That's what the natives dying is. Just death would be another great adventure, which is kind of a play on a line from Hook. It's like, well then, bon voyage. And we just see that poof, and this, he falls down. It's like, holy crap! Wow! And we spoke to a guy earlier when we got out, and apparently there was earlier showings that I didn't get to see. I was amazed I was actually able to catch it anyway last night. But he said that 2 families took their kids out of it because they didn't think it was was appropriate for them. They didn't think it was good for their kids to be watching this. And it was like, what do you mean, Mark? Thing is like, it was midway through the movie they came out. Where would it have been? It would have been at the native slaughtering scene. They were slaughtering natives. They were that's how. And you know what? Honestly, I don't blame them because me and Mark were just like, holy crap, that went dark fast. So yeah, there's a fun little fight scene with Hook and their main warrior. They call the Pan. They call their main warrior, their best warrior, the Pan. But yeah. Apart from that, there's so many things they try to cram into this lore that they're assuming we're banking on the fact that we know Peter Pan lore. Like, why do the ships fly? In the Peter Pan movie, they explained it, or Mark actually explained to me, in the original Peter Pan, it's because the ships were actually powered by fairy dust. That makes complete sense in the terms of Peter Pan. It makes no sense in the terms of this movie when they claim to have wiped out all the fairies. Even though they're all in hiding, they've wiped out all the fairies they know about. So there's no way they're powering their boats constantly on fairy dust. So how the hell are you powering these boats? Hook's fighting these is it pixieism or something? It's this crystallized pixie dust. Hook's using it to stay young forever. So it's like, eternity waits me, I will live forever when he finds the Pixie Kingdom. It's like, no, you won't. You'll live as long as that stuff lasts. That's how long you'll live. And then they start genociding the freaking fairies with flamethrowers. Like, what the hell? We need Tinkerbell. I think Tinkerbell's dead. I'm sorry. I think Tinkerbell's dead. We see her join a group, and that group got flamethrowed. So I think that group is dead. I think Tink is dead. Turns out Mark noticed something I didn't notice, where Hook's been scalped. It just showed he's scalped. That's why he wears the wig. It's like, where the hell is that? They briefly tried to explain it in Man of Steel style in a backstory with this world tree, which is magical. It's like, we're going to show you animation of what happened. Also, within the memories where, hold your breath. I'm going to dunk your head and drown you, Peter. You'll see the visions of your mother, though. Mark could apparently tell what was going on. I knew it was a battle sequence, but I was having trouble making out what was going on in that scene. That was just a cluster of what was going on there. They're trying to cram so much lore. It's like, okay, look, we're in this forest. Hey, it's a Neverbird. It was like, what's a Neverbird look like? I briefly saw it in the trailer. You want to know what a Neverbird looks like? It looks like the leftover remnants of food fight at the Langoliers. Holy crap, that was some badass CGI. I've seen some bad CGI, but that was bad CGI. Wow. But on to one of the biggest problems of this movie, Peter. Peter is the most unlikable, uncharismatic little twerp ever. He keeps asking questions when he shouldn't be asking questions. He is a dumbass little kid. Again, trying to, prove this horrible, evil nun is stealing food during a bombing. Not smart, kid. He's okay. His little friend escapes the pirates by jumping off the ship. He's afraid of heights, so he said, "Screw it! Oh wait, no, I'll just crawl on the rope. Nope, rope's on fire. Never mind." It's like, "No, you're pressing cargo. To who? To someone. We're going to never. Oh, we going to? You know my mother?" It's like flipping 180, and then he continually lies about stuff all the time. He has no charisma. He's saying, "I am not Peter. I don't know who I am. It was my mother." You're not brave. You're not charismatic. You're just a freaking little twerp. I've never wanted to hit a kid so hard in my life. I'm trying to think of some of the other problems because there's a buttload of them. Man, what? He's just a whiny little brat half the time. Tribal. There's when they escape, and it's tribal territories. You say you lied to me. You lied to me first. You said you could fly. It's like I can only fly sometimes. And they go off and say a map. Yeah, what does that say? Tribal territory. We're gonna maybe they're friendly. You ever met one? Come on, I'm gonna meet one. It's like no. And then he's like Blackbeard pointed out once, it was just funny. Just the key I can read it because he's got the Percy Jackson syndrome, where he's dyslexic to English, but not the Fae. He can read Fae fine, so he's literally looking at this, and so the key. Don't you know, Peter? Your mother trusted you with the key. I killed the mother. She escapes with the sun. The son comes back. The mother's dead, and then he brings me the key. Where's the key? What's key? I don't have a key. The key, you little... Oh, man. And then he's just... It's the Chosen One prophecy scenario. Star Wars had the Chosen One prophecy done right to the first trilogy. The second trilogy kind of messed with the Chosen One a little bit. The Chosen One, but you know what? The prequels of Star Wars did a better Chosen One story than this piece of crap. I am sick of I am the Chosen One, the Destined One, the Spirit Warrior, Lone Ranger stuff. Only in certain contexts does that work. Star Wars universe, I can accept it. What are some of the other movies that have done the Chosen One scenario? Avatar, The Last Airbender. The movie did up, but at least the animated series got that right. The Avatar is basically the one person, kind of the Destined One. I can live with that. They keep going by, it's your destiny. I couldn't deny you your destiny. I'm sick of the destiny crap. Stop with this prophecy shit. It's not, destiny is not, And then Rooney Mara's Tiger Lily has the balls to call Hook out on lying when she lied to him about his mother being alive, even though she technically didn't lie, as Mark put it, because, big ass spoiler alert, she comes back as a fairy Force ghost. What the fuck? Are you joking? Holy crap, I haven't been this enraged in a while. The movie's not even the worst movie I've seen this year, but it ranks up there. Holy crap. Wow. Literally, I'm not even joking about the Force Ghost crap. She literally comes, the fairies swirl around as a major body of energy. Force Ghost Amanda Seyfried there. There's your final 3 minutes of time filler for Amanda Seyfried, who probably got paid a couple $1 million for being on screen. Oh. And then they're just references to the original movie that are just stupid. Like, think a happy thought. The first time they used that line, that was fine, because Hooks basically shoves him off a diving, a plank, a walking board. Walking the plank. Yeah. Kicks him off and he flies. Then he says it again when he's trying to kill Peter. Then it starts to get a little like, eh. And then Peter, doing his Deus Ex Machina moment, I am the fairy prince, motherfucker! Behold! Oh, fairies attack! And then he just goes, think a happy thought. I got some of the worst green screen I've seen in a while. Seriously, a lot of the green screen in this is just shit. It really is. I'm swearing up a storm in this review, too. I'm not meaning to. I've been trying to keep my reviews a lot more PC lately. No! Fuck it! I'm gonna swear all I want in this review, because this movie kind of pissed me off! Not as bad as Transformers 3 did, but still pretty bad. But it's not the one where I'm just, like, completely angry. I'm not even Fantastic Four angry. But my God, this movie gives us so many questions of why. Why this? Why that? Why did you do it like this? And no payoff for 90% of those questions. Ugh. And Mark made a brilliant point. The characters that are good, Rooney Mara, Garrett Hedlund, Lund, and Hugh Jackman, are too freaking good for this movie. Anytime you're on screen, you're like, alright, I'm having some fun now. This is kind of, adventuresome and fun. Peter gets on screen. I don't give a flippin' rat's ass about you, kid. I hate this movie now. Holy crap. The visual effects are fine for the scenery and landscaping. They are not good for anything else. Everything else looks terrible in this movie, honestly. With the exception of maybe like some of the flying fish effects, like some of the wildlife effects, minus the Neverbirds, because those looked terrible, absolutely god awful terrible. And then they had the balls to do the whole Hook one is just a coward. It's like, you're just a coward. You want to leave? Well, I never thought in those terms, but yeah. And then, of course, he comes back to save the day. She's like, I want to go. I'm looking for home. Home is where you make it. Really? You threw in the home is where you make it line? It's like, what about home? I already am home. And there's this little weird kind of attraction romance with him and Tiger Lily. It's kind of cute, but kind of forced at the same time. He's kind of being a little Harrison Ford, Han Solo-ish in that regard, or Indiana Jones is just a little bit. That's where I get it, because he's dressed almost like Nathan Drake, Indiana Jones a little bit. But, really, just so much wrong with this movie. This might be the lowest rating I give this year. And then, of course, they're trying to set up for a sequel because they want franchise. Rumi Ara even said, any possibility for a second one? It's all about franchise these days. Can't guarantee anything, but we'll see what happens. Let's be clear. Mark were running the numbers, and he was thinking this might be a bigger bomb than Lone Ranger. I checked the numbers. Lone Ranger made $260 million worldwide on a $250 million budget with probably about a $50 million to $75 million worth of marketing, which means at $280 million overall, the movie only made $260 million. Now, you take a third of that away for the theater, this movie, that Lone Ranger, lost about $100 million to $150 million, give or take, in the money. That's a hefty loss. Pan's, as Mark said, it's made like $300 million. It hasn't been released in all its markets yet, though, because it was released early in Australia and stuff like that. $300 million so far on a $150 million budget, plus maybe $50 million to $75 million worth of marketing, probably like around maybe $120 million at most. I don't think it's going to do that bad, because that $100 million loss, basically, for it to be the equivalent of losing that much money, it's going to have to mean it makes no more than $120 million overall worldwide. I think it'll make more than $120 million worldwide, but I don't think this is going to do well, unfortunately. I don't think it's going to do well at all. I think this is going to be a very painful loss for Warner Brothers. And as a reviewer actually put it at one point, a career low for hopefully the lowest in Joe Wright's career. So, at the end, too. They're saying it for a sequel. Just like, Hook, you think we'll be friends forever? Of course. What could happen? They just said, they opened the movie with, to understand how it ended, you gotta understand how it began. We know how it goes badly. He loses his hand to a crocodile. Peter and him have a falling out. Maybe he bangs Tiger Lily and they have a kid, daughter Tiger Lily. That's the Tiger Lily we see in the other Peter Pan. Which, that's another thing. Sorry, I gotta bring that up. If Peter Pan never... Why does... Everyone else actually seems to age in that world. Except for Hook. Hook seems to stay young. Why does he stay young? Because of fairy dust drug crack, as Mark was putting it, kind of. Now, Peter is part fairy. He is. That might attribute to why he doesn't grow old. And Mark made a point that when these natives die, the burst in smoke, it's because they're part fae. Then why the hell do they age? I mean, fae live thousands of years, they said. They said this. But if Peter's the boy who never grows up at all, I can only assume he's snorting fairy dust every freaking day. Just a little bit of... Ooh, that's good eternity. Oh, man. There was so much wrong with this movie. That freaking even evil cartoon nun didn't even get a good comeuppance. Peter just, saves the kids there. And which, by the way, he's clearly sitting or floating there in front of them. It's like, he brings that rope. It's like, wait, where's your rope, Peter? Do you not notice him flying in front of you? Do you not see this? Are you just so depressed with your existence from this horrible orphanage that you just don't accept any sort of actual things happening in front of you until something snaps you out of your stupor? You're probably drug-ridden stupor that they laced in their terrible oatmeal. I can at least say this movie was better than the one new trailer we got, though. The one new trailer we got, excuse the shaking, was North of the North. Brought to you by the people who made Food Fight and who were ripped off Ice Age, Madagascar, and any other animated movie that you saw. And I say that because I don't know if it's from the people who brought you Food Fight. And it looks pretty damn close. It's a polar bear named Norm, played by Rob Schneider. Comic master Rob Schneider. But that also claims, that just goes to show how bad Adam Sandler's gotten that. How bad have you gotten, Adam Sandler, where Rob Schneider won't even be in your movies anymore? Seriously, he wasn't in Grown Ups 2, and he's not in Pixels. I don't think he's in The Cobbler. How bad have your movies gotten that Rob Schneider doesn't want to be in them? And he instead goes to this voice animating this horrible stuff. From what I understand, he's actually a decent stand-up comic, Rob Schneider. But, and he goes and he's trying to basically it's an environmental movie. It's an environmental message movie. And it's such a horribly done environmental message movie that I'm just like, no. The guy there just says, I will sell the Arctic for real estate. And I just wanted to go, I want to be the guy who just watched the movie and just close his doors. I will sell the movie for real estate. You don't own the Arctic. No one owns the fucking Arctic. You can't sell what you don't own. But Americans do it anyway. Donald Trump does it all the fucking time, so whatever. Oh, man. I had a lot to vent. I didn't even get to, like, a third of the or, like, 2/3 of the movie. Oh, I wish Mark were here right now. We could have gone better to that. Wow. But, man, this is this is probably some of the angriest I've been in a review. I gotta say it like it is. This movie's a 2. This is the lowest rating I've ever given a movie. This is a 2 out of 10. I take it back. Haunted House is equal to Haunted House 2. It's better than Haunted House 2 at least. But this is the lowest ranking I've ever given a movie. I would say this is better than Yeah, I would say this is better than Transporter Refueled, but barely. But I'm still giving this a lower rating just because of how much more angry I was in this, just with all the lack of understanding crap. Yeah, 2 out of 10. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my really rage-fueled rant here. If you enjoyed, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. I'll do any movie news or trailers that pop up in the next coming days. But next week's going to be Crimson Peak and Goosebumps. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.